Starting at the top, we're looking at the running lights. Now you'll notice here the running lights are red as opposed to amber. But you're going to tell her they're not busted, they're not broken. All the bolts, it's obvious, are in place. The rubber looks to be in good condition. And the lens are not tore up or cracked in any way, so it's in good shape. My rear 8-way lights, red and amber. None of the lenses are broken, not busted or damaged in any way. All the bolts appear to be in good working order. No reason to think they're not working just fine. Reflective tape on the back. It's all around the door, okay? It runs up and down the side and underneath the door as well. And just a quick visual would say there's no damage to that. It's not pulled loose or torn up in any way. So it should be working fine. Looking at all the windows, a visual of the windows would tell me there's no cracks. It's not busted or frayed or broken in any way. Same thing with the rubber. Rubber seems to be in good condition, not broken, cracked, frayed, or busted in any way. No reason to think that there's anything wrong with that or it's missing any of the rubber. Okay. As we look at this sign here, this sign has lights on that say different things: stop, caution, and it flickers on and off and so forth. But the sign itself is mounted securely. All the bolts are in place. It seems to be secure. It's not busted or broken. And based on that, it should work fine. Okay. As I'm looking at the door, let's open up the door. First off, let me say that the mechanism, both on the outside and on the inside, appear to be working fine. It's not busted or broken. The inside of the window's not busted or broken in any way. The rubber's in good shape around the window, the upper and the lower window, okay? The rubber around the door seems to be in good shape. It's not missing or broken or frayed or busted in any way. No damage to that, okay? The handle is secure, both on the outside and on the inside. All the bolts are in place, okay? The hinges themselves are all secure. All the bolts are in place. And there's no obstructions in here. Now certainly it's important to make sure there isn't any obstructions. You would want to make sure this closes completely. Otherwise you stand a chance of getting carbon monoxide inside the bus and, asphyxiating the kids. Okay? But anyway, it looks good now. Okay. Alright, let's go down a little bit further. Your turn signals. These lights do different things. Okay, this is a reverse. These lights come on when you're in reverse. Okay, these are obvious turn signals. Okay, these lights here do a multi-purpose task here. Okay, they're on with brake lights. They're on parking and running lights. Okay, they're even on when you have reverse. Okay, this is the only light that I know of that's on strictly in reverse. Okay, but anyway, what we're saying is that we're looking at all the lenses for the lights. And we're going to say that all the bolts are there. They're not busted, they're not broken, they're not damaged, they're not falling off. They're properly secured. Based on a visual, they should work just fine. No problem there, okay? We go a little further down. If you got to wonder, if you talk about the tag, you don't. But if you got to wonder, talk about it, okay? The tag's not busted or broken. The bolts are in place. It looks like it's in good shape. It's not too old. It's secure. It's not going anywhere. It's the right state. So it works fine, okay? Last but not least, these reflectors, okay? The reflectors, there's 2 red reflectors, i.e. the 3 red running lights, okay? The reflectors are just no more than tape. They're secure and they're not going anywhere and they're doing their job, so they're fine, okay? And let me say one other thing here. This right here, it is mandatory that the exhaust pipes stick out a minimum of 2 inches past the rear bumper, which it does. You need to tell her that, okay? Let's go underneath and talk about underneath, okay? What you're going to talk about is the same stuff we talked about kind of in the front, okay? Exhaust, okay? We're looking at exhaust system. It's not busted or broken or damaged or frayed. There's no holes in it. If you see black stuff, it's called wood. Soot, okay? All the flanges look to be in good shape. No obvious signs of damage. It's not busted in any way. No reason to think there's any exhaust problems, okay? If you're looking in the frame, both sides of the frame and the cross members that support the frame, we don't see any sign of any damage. Nothing's busted, nothing's broken. It doesn't appear anything's missing any bolts, okay? Cross members look to be in good order, good shape. No obvious signs of problems with that, okay? Some of the things we want to talk about the rear, okay? And we've talked about pretty much everything except there's a couple of things you see back there that you don't see from the front. What are they?
The shock absorbers.
Shock absorbers. They're not busted or broken. They're not missing any bolts. It doesn't appear to be any problem with those. And there's no reason to think there's anything wrong. Now, while we're back here, let's mention something that we may, if you got to wonder. What? Yeah,
the flap covers.
That's right. Your tire flaps. Okay, tire flaps not busted or broken or damaged. They're mounted securely. All the bolts are in place. No reason to think there's anything wrong with the tire flaps. Okay. Any other questions?